Hello? Is anybody in there? Is there anybody left? Are you still with me? Yeah, those of you who are still with me, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and let me know that you're here. Give me a thumbs up or say, hi, I'm still here. I'm joking, of course. I know a lot of you are still here. A lot of people have left, and that's perfectly fine. But I want to hi, friendlies. I'm Carolyn, and welcome back to my life living in an RV. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. This is going to be a short video. I'm going to answer some of your questions about bears, how much my insurance costs, questions about Sadie. But first, I just want to remind everyone that my Thursday and my Sunday videos, are you reading my lips? Thursday and Sunday videos are not changing. If you don't want to hear politics, if you don't want to hear my opinion, just don't watch Tuesday. That seems impossible for some people, and I just don't get it. So do not watch Tuesday videos. Just say no to Tuesday if you don't want politics. And you know, and if it's not about that, if you just don't think I should be talking about my liberal politics, which is not really what the video was about at all, but you would know that because you've left. So anyway, I'm feeling a little punchy. It's been a busy couple of days. So I'm going to answer your questions. Stay tuned for that.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to mind your own.
Hey everyone, are you back? So I'm going to answer some viewer questions today straight out of the comments about some of the questions about RV life and Sadie and just being on the road. And a couple of really quick questions. Like I said, it's not going to be a very long video. So the first question is about my insurance. I don't know that I covered this in my budget video. And in case you didn't watch my updated budget video a couple of years ago, I think I'd been on the road 2 or 3 years, and I updated my first year budget was really high because I dumped a lot of money into my piece of crap RV, and so I updated it a couple of years ago, I think. I don't know, when I had been in my new RV Phoenix for a while. And so I think I left insurance out of that. So I have full coverage insurance, and I have full timers insurance. And in case you don't know this, if you're new to the whole RV thing, you're in your researching phase or you've forgotten, it's really important as a full timer to get full timers insurance. You probably don't want to lie about that. There are only a handful of companies, like 2 or 3. Progressive is one. I can't remember. No, yeah, Progressive is who I have. I can't remember off the top of my head, sorry, who the other ones are. But not everybody covers full-timers. And the reason it's really important to make sure you're honest about this, van lifers, people living in vans, I think you can't get coverage because you have modified the van to live in, and so that's a liability and they won't cover you. I think Bob Wells did a video about that. Yeah, actually, and he got in a lot of trouble about that. I remember that. But as an RVer, you can get full-timers insurance. And it's important to have full-timers insurance because it's almost like homeowners insurance. So it kind of covers your surrounding area. You know, if somebody comes into camp and you've got a camp chair or your rug and somebody trips and falls and tries to sue you, you're insured for that. So I have everything. Like I said, it's like a renter's or a homeowner's policy. And full coverage, I don't know what my deductibles are. 500, maybe 250. I didn't go too high on my deductibles, and I don't remember what my minimum coverage is, you know, those, you know, like 15,000 to 25,000. I don't remember what those are, but I'm through Progressive, and I only pay 109 a month, so I think that's pretty good. I'm worried about this wind. So Progressive Insurance, make sure you get full-timers if you're a full-timer, and I pay 109 a month for my full coverage insurance, and I never use it. I was just talking to somebody. I never use it. I run into stuff and I just, you know, glue it together with a Turnabond tape or whatever. All right, and the second question is from Lois Zander. Sorry, the first question, I didn't write down the name. Lois Zander wanted to know if I've ever had a problem with bears hanging around my camp, or yeah, if I've ever had problems with bears in my camp or hanging around my camp. And no, emphatically no, they don't hang around. Bears, I've said this before, the whole thing about being afraid of wildlife. Wildlife wants to avoid us as much or more than we want to avoid them. I've never ever had a problem with bears in my camp. I've seen bears literally running through camp, but they're not gonna hang around my camp. And like I said, they don't wanna be near me. So they run through camp and that's it. And the next question is about the music in my videos and my camera gear. It's kind of a 2-for-1. So a lot of people ask what camera gear do I use? What's my editing software? A lot of you really enjoy the music that I pick for my videos and you want to know where I get the music. All of that information is always in the description of my video. So of all my videos. So if you ever have a question, like a generic question, look in the description of the video. I often put stuff in there. Sometimes I put corrections in there and more description about the video and things like that. So just check the video description if you want to know, if you ever are in doubt or if you ever want to know about the music that I'm using. I do use a service called Artlist, where I purchase the licenses to use the music commercially. So I do pay for the music, but you can too if you're interested. And finally, the last question I'm going to answer today is about my dear Sadie, who's doing really well. She's over there and she's not barking. If she can't get near me, she usually barks. But if she is near me, her leash all tangles around and it makes shooting really hard. So a lot of you have been wondering, because I live by myself most of the time in the forest, about socializing her. And my goal when I first got her was to stay in campgrounds more, to really kind of stay closer to town more so that I could socialize her. And of course COVID-19 I can't, you know, I've been trying to really avoid people, especially since I was sick for the first 3 months that I had Sadie and didn't know what I had. So I socialize her as much as I can with other dogs when I see them in my walks. Every time we go into town now, I take her into Tractor Supply. If I go to Tractor Supply, I take her into Petco whenever we go into Petco. So I'm really working on, and sometimes we'll walk around, you know, a shopping mall or something, and I'm really trying to socialize her there as much as possible. A couple of the places that I've been camped recently have not been as remote as some of the, you know, as many places that I go. So I'm seeing people quite a bit. I'm seeing other dogs quite a bit. I'm allowing her to get used to being around other dogs and playing with other dogs and when another dog is on a leash. And so she is getting a fair amount of socializing. I also camped with Bob. I think the first, you know, my friend Bob, I don't know how long, maybe I had Sadie a month, and so she got socialized with Cody, which was really, really good for her. I think we camped together a week or two, and it was good for her to be around an older dog. So she's getting some socializing, not as much as I wanted, but when we do go into town, I do try not only to socialize her, but she gets training, you know, like before we walk into Petco, I make sure she's calm and she'll sit and she'll listen to me. We went into Petco today. She was brilliant, and it's probably the 3rd or 4th time she's ever been in Petco. She did so well with me today, stayed right by my side, didn't pull. There weren't a lot of people in there either, but oh, she was also on Dramamine. That's another, yes, she's still getting sick. We moved yesterday and we'd been doing some short trips for resupply, and I hadn't been giving her Dramamine because it really makes her tired, and she did really well. But yesterday we had like a 2.5-3 hour drive. She did great until the last hour, and then she started getting really sick. So today in our travels I gave her Dramamine. So yeah, she's still getting sick, unfortunately. She's 8 months old, still hoping, fingers crossed, she grows out of it. She knows too, when I'm packing up in the morning to go, she won't come, she stays outside, like quiet, away from the rig. She doesn't want to come in the rig. So that's unfortunate, really unfortunate that I have a dog who doesn't really like driving. So, but she's doing good now. She's behind me somewhere, but she's doing really well. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. I just wanted to answer some of the questions that you have been asking me most, and just also remind you, if you, I don't know how many ways I can say this, how many times I can say it, how many, you know, if you do not watch politics, don't watch Tuesday videos. And for those of you who are still with me, first of all, thank you so much. Subscribe, you know, the thing about seeing the subscriber number fall is, like, it feels like a rejection. That's part of it. And it's also that I have worked so hard at building my channel, and it's just, it feels like an abandonment, you know? I mean, it really does. Especially the people who say, you know what, I've watched you for 3 years, I love you to death, and I just can't stand blah, 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 you know, and so I'm gonna leave. I don't understand that. Especially when I have given people a choice. It's not like I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna talk liberal politics in every single video, like it or lump it, you know? I went out of my way to create an extra series of videos to give you a choice, and people are still dumping me. That's it, I feel dumped. I feel dumped. So anyway, thank you for those of you who are still here. I did see a comment just a few minutes ago that somebody said that she keeps getting unsubscribed from my channel, so make sure you're subscribed. And I don't know why people are getting unsubscribed. That's been an ongoing bug on YouTube for as long as I've been on YouTube. People just mysteriously get unsubscribed, but even on my end, there's just weird bugs that happen sometimes. So make sure you're subscribed. I will not have a as I see it video for you this Tuesday. Like I said in the announcement, it'll probably be every other Tuesday. They're a lot of work. I don't have a team, it's just me. I don't have fact checkers, and it's all me, so it's gonna take a little extra time for me to put that together. And oh, one more thing I wanted to say about my last As I See It video. Turn this off, turn it off now, bye, if you don't want to hear it, because I'm getting political. There she is. What was I going to say? It seems that the comment about Victoria's Secret and JCPenney using prison labor at almost no cost may not have been 100% accurate. I couldn't remember. I meant, before I said it, I meant to double check my source. I found it. It was a documentary on Netflix called The 13th, which I thought was a very, very good documentary. But then a viewer sent me something on Snopes. Snopes did an Instagram post about that said it was mostly false. Not all false, mostly false. So then I went digging deeper and I tried to verify it, and I couldn't. And I couldn't disprove it either. So I just wanted to say that I don't know that that is 100% accurate. I got it from the documentary 13th, which presented it as real. But I've neither been able really to prove or disprove its validity. So I just wanted to throw that out there, just a little correction or change about that. And like I said, I am doing my best to make sure everything that I give you in the Tuesday videos is fact, it's accurate, that I check and double check. I didn't on that one, and I apologize for that. So again, those of you who are still with me, I look forward to someday sitting around a campfire with you. I really do. And I think that's all I have for today. I'll see you on Sunday for our regular fluffy. Sunday will be a fluffy video. Peace and quiet and serenity, and I'll invite you into my camp, and it's a nice one. I broke the hammock out, and I think I even had some drone views. So stay tuned for Sunday. Give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe below. I need all the subscribers I can get. And again, it's not about the money. It just feels like a rejection. I've worked so hard over 3.5 years, and to see my numbers go in the opposite direction, it's just hard. It's just hard. So, but I shouldn't concentrate on those, because the ones that I lose, probably, you know, my friend used to call it weeding the garden. It's weeding the garden to make room for the flowers. And I appreciate all of my friendly flowers. Thank you. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. I'll see you soon.